Good morning, everyone. Awesome. Good afternoon, I should say. How's everyone's day going? Hopefully it is a good day today. We have an amazing match between Tamu Black and UT White, and it'll be getting started shortly. I'm here today as a caster. My name is Will, but I go by Killer Comet 2 in most online places, and I'm with a fellow co-caster if you want to introduce yourself.
Howdy, howdy. I don't have a camera, but I'll be having this amazing voice. Hopefully you can understand me, and hopefully I can bring energy to this show match that we are having, like my fellow casters said, between LG White and UT Black. Very excited to see some of these players come live on stream, many of which haven't really competed on a stage like this before. Gonna be demonstrating some of our personal talent as players, and should be very interesting as we are going to be getting started soon. Does seem like there's going to be a just very standard 5v5 in bind. And as we're getting ready to get things started, our producer is still loading in, so not necessarily going to be having any visuals just yet of the game. So please be patient and bear with us as we're getting ready for our first ever LG versus A&M live stream for this Blue Bonnet Esports competition.
Yes. It'll be a good game today. Hopefully we'll be getting started in just 5 minutes around here. I saw some pre-game banter deciding what skins each team wants to wear. It'll be a funny experience, a good experience, and hopefully we can admire some skins and admire the players. I'm sure they'll do great.
No, and before we get started, Killer Comet, do you prefer going by Comet or just Killer? Or the whole thing Killer Comet?
You can just call me Will, I'll be honest.
Alright. Well, Will, as someone who plays primarily CSGO, what are your thoughts on Valorant? Because I feel like either CSGO players love it or hate it. I feel like there's no middle ground if you are coming from CS.
Coming from CS, I mean, it's not a bad game. I love the game. It's a good game. I play it often with friends. It's a good middle ground. It's getting into a newer NA scene. Counter-Strike has had problems breaking into NA or staying stable in NA, and Valorant has seemed to capture the NA scene by force, having some of the best talents come out of NA and a good ground to form new FPS players in NA, while CSGO has mainly captured a European scene and audience. And Valorant also has captured an Asian audience, with most places in Asia favoring Valorant. So, I mean, they're both good games, and I think a lot of people compare them, and I do think there is comparisons to be made. I mean, of course, they're FPS games. They're very similar, but I think they're both focusing on different markets at the moment.
And talking about markets, one of the greatest things about CSGO, so here, because I do not play, tends to be like the skin market, how you're able to buy skins, resell them. Is there any hidden gems that you want to like show off that you may have that our viewers may know of, but I personally don't?
Sure, I own a Butterfly Slaughter, a Talonite Doppler face filter. I have a few skins. I've spent around, I think, 16K on these skins.
Oh,
Small issue, but it's a fun experience. And with that, I lend my skins to pro players, so it allows me to talk to pro players and form connections, which is fun. Now, I know you favor more towards the right side of League and Valorant. Do you have any rare skins? Any from rare markets or anything?
I mean, not necessarily rare, but there are some limited edition runs for skins. My favorite being the 2023 Champions Vandal. Not only is it
It's a
purple,
good
which
skin.
does happen to be my favorite color, but it also features a song from one of my favorite artists of all time, Baby No Money. So great for both worlds. It's the most expensive. Nice reconnect, but still not sure because I think it's in February, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. But no, funny story. I don't even know why, but the there was a girl that I was talking to a while ago. Great person, Delisa. She's a real one. Told me that I look like Baby No Money, which, by the way, I know my camera isn't there, but I don't. I literally don't. Cabinet summoned to his music, became one of my favorite artists from then on, and since then I've been in his top 0.05% listeners in Spotify. So, hey, shout out to you,
Nice.
Baby No Money.
Nice. Well done. I just hit that on YouTube for Young Lean, which is funny in a way. Okay, we're getting some basic picks out. We're getting Viper on both sides. Just normal map picks, or normal agent picks, excuse me.
They're normal with everything except for the deadlock. Deadlock not necessarily too standard here, especially as a solo sentinel. Not the best for holding flanks, but very good for a lot of cheese play, and does have a very high skill expression ceiling. So can be very exciting to see and watch as we're loading in.
Well, his name's Thunder. Let's see if he can bring the Thunder today. Hopefully he can. Let's see with Deadlock Day.
The thunder, the stuns, and everything in between.
Yes.
I actually don't necessarily know how things are going to be playing out. Not the biggest fan of the double smokes comp. I feel like it's very slow, very methodical, which is technically how you are supposed to be playing Valorant. But I prefer the more explosive balls to the wall. Let's go in 2-3 duelists in the team where you're forcing the gunfights rather than like forcing the util.
I agree with that. And we're seeing some pistol upgrades, favoring pistols over armors, which I respect. Good plays. Good ghost skin. That's Gaia's ghost, the one I'm using as well.
No, I'm
Good to
more of a
see.
fan of the Recon Ghost.
Oh, I respect it. I respect it.
Rarely seen Cosmic with the contact in. Has the wall for the lurk, but decides to put on the orb, creeping slowly and closely in. Has no information, trying to see if there's any trips nearby. Gets spotted out by the race. The smoke orb immediately goes up. Kilo went out, creeping around, trying to back up the Viper. And it looks like it's going to be a slow default as they're trying to figure out where everyone is playing. Cypher does seem to be on a site, and the smoke goes down. Haven't really managed to make any space, but they do have information that Hookah is
Cosmic's
empty,
gonna
that B
push.
might be an open position for them, but the fight goes in. Denom managed to find the first, gets traded automatically by Cosmic, and now people are in B, but if you look at the map, Sky and Deadlock have made it so far into B. There's a flank coming through, and Obi-Wan managed to find Cosmic 4v3.
They won't get
Favored
any.
for Longboard Gaming. Who Long
30
managed to
seconds
find a very cheeky kill, and he does not get cleared. And LG, very favorable position. If you look at the map, they do have control of the spike. They know that they can't go anywhere without picking it up.
One enemy remaining.
That seems to be a misplay from UT there. Or LG, excuse me.
10
In 10
seconds
seconds,
left.
it's going to be a save.
Yeah, but is it even worth saving this?
It is
this
not.
gun?
It really is not. But I don't think they're not going to give it to her. Give it to him.
Yeah. And Kilo and Nat put in the back foot. If you don't plant the bomb, you get a max of 1,000 creds. So messing up the eco, messing up everything else in between. So it's gonna be a really tough round 2 for NM.
Seems like they're going to be going into another save round, so we're going to see rifles in the third round this game. We're going to be on eco, so we'll probably hopefully see maybe a faster play here to try to get something. But we'll see if they can beat the rifles.
Very, very interesting buy actually from UT, opting for more of these SMGs, buying 3 Spectres, 1 Stinger, and then sneaking the duelist OBG Wong with a Ghost. Ifrit managed to find the first through the smoke. Phenom finds the second one again through the smoke, and it's going to be the superior guns finding the kills.
Definitely, and they just can't get past these guns. They needed headshots and some fast, good kills, but they could not get it.
There has been some damage done to the Brimstone in the defender's side, so can still be recoverable as they are looking to execute through long. 3 members of the LG team holding onto this site, so not necessarily these execute to go down. Vantage is there with the connect. The buy goes in, gets flashed, tries to find one, but it's not necessarily land the shots. Thunder finding a kill, now picks up a weapon. But do they know where he is? They should know. Creeping into him, knowing that he is elbow from 2 different positions. Pincer goes down, and Obi Wong with a headshot.
Out. Yep. Upgrading pistol, admiring the skins, and now we're going to be going into a rifle round this round. So more even grounds. We'll see a better strat book coming out. Hopefully that'll be the first round for A&M, but LG's looking strong today.
Strong indeed, but it's like it becomes a little bit harder, as we've seen in previous rounds. If LG does push out, tries to go for these flanks without having a Cypher, the trips that Deadlock provides are essentially useless. You can just walk around them and not be spotted.
Definitely.
Low contact with A main. The choke is there. Kilo managed to find a kill off the back end of the truck player. Long trying to pay off his trips, does have,
and LG's going to be rotating fast.
Will
they commit to the site? I mean, they're committing, they're pushing in, but the rotate is coming, but the flank was caught out. And it is a 3v5 now with bomb down. They have entire site, only damage done to 1 player, and they're pushing, gets a double kill there. Good stuff from Cosmic.
Oh, the running gun from Phenom managed to find the first. The second is there, Spectre. But MG Hazmat not going to be the one to mess around with, as he does just find the immediate trade after getting 2.
Definitely. Good stuff that round. Good fast play. Definitely seems to have caught LG off guard, but they're going to come into this round refreshed. Hopefully they can do something.
But as LG, you're not necessarily too worried. That was your kind of like save round. You did have 1 rifle on Raze, but you don't necessarily lose much. Everyone else is running low-cost SMGs, and now you're finally getting into your first rifle versus rifle match. Cypher setting up on A, and it seems like A&M knows this very well, going for a B split, pushing slowly through hookah. The flash from Longcore Gaming does manage to catch some information, but it's not necessarily enough to make them rotate. Ifrit might be getting caught out here. The dog goes through. Vantage falling back a little bit more. Ifrit still stuck backside. Ifrit goes down. The satchel's not quite there yet. Vantage now being forced into the corner as LG is getting ready for the retake.
A&M in a good 5v4 position. They need to take some ground here so they have good spots for post plant, so they're not all concentrated on site. And it seems they may get that with the flanks.
Finds one.
Especially with that good kill there. So they're all going to be coming towards CT from here mostly. And gets another one. He is doing everything for this A&M team on this site hold. And they're going to be forced into a save.
No, and statistically, looking at the B site, it's one of the hardest sites to retake. So I'm a little bit confused as to why Cypher has opted to play for the strong side A. Not only having Cypher there, but also having 2 more members. So a little bit counterintuitive as to how I would personally play Cypher as a Cypher one trick. Usually you play a little bit more for the jump out trips where you do trip right outside hookah, you trip long, and you play to contain more information to see whether they are just going to contact out. And if they are, you can try to like get a cheeky kill with the reveal that the trip does provide. But since they are opting to have the Cypher on A, not necessarily finding that value and likely being forced to slightly adjust, throwing another member on towards B site.
Definitely. Cypher setting up some traps for this round. Seems like it's going to be an A-B split, going for lurks.
Yeah, and it's a slightly different trip, opting for more of an entry trip rather than the one that they had a little bit deeper onto site. That's supposed to prevent the plant, but starting again, yeah, with a default, two members holding a high-low in a sort of way onto A site. Thunder, reaping, holding a smoke, waiting to see if any of the LG members decide to aggress. But I think just yet, as the game comes to a standstill, and it's going to be a play of util, a play of smoke, a play of information. The trip does get broken. MG Hazmat finds the first. Cosmic holding the other smoke, notes that there's so much behind that wall, behind that smoke, behind that hidden information. And the retake being forced again by LG White.
And Long is down to 44 HP. He's trying to get anything, but I don't know if he will. He may just get caught out and killed here. And a 4v5 retake is no easy, especially with damage done to players.
Not necessarily easy, but it is definitely doable, especially on this map. The swing is not wide enough.
Kino finds
the first, finds the second,
a triple!
He does it, eventually gets punished out, but MG Hazmat starting off the round the same way he ended it, with a kill on the board.
Good stuff from Killua there, getting the 3k. Just getting kill after kill as they push in, holding down that spray. Good stuff.
And when stuff like that happens, you're led to believe, or you're left the question of, hey, where's the youth? Where's the flashes? Where's the dog? Like, yes, you know where one of them is, but if you're just right swinging into them, you're giving it a 50-50. The odds are not necessarily in your favor. And so you have to really reevaluate what you are doing and how you are approaching these retakes. But there's another question out long. Vantage finds one, gets traded right away. Oh, Vantage and fall back down. The Seeker's going down, falling against this elbow position, but decides to go for the dog instead. Thunder kills Ifrit. Vantage getting aggressive, but a little bit too much, as he does get taken down after finding a second.
It's left in a 3v2 scenario. Let's see if they can retake the beat, and that is a kill. Honestly, if I'm Cypher, my team is low on money, I may just take the save here. Have a hero rifle
might
for
be
the next round.
The way to play, but he is completely aware of the flank of the wraparound of the complete lurk from Cosmic, who decided to take a small little stroll through A side as his team executed through B.
Definitely good stuff from Cosmic there, making sure no rifles coming into this round. I believe it will be a save call from LG.
Save, but for the first time we are going to be seeing this Cypher set up a very standard setup on B, tripping long and throwing more people towards A. I would be hoping that there's some aggression here, either out showers or out A main, to make sure that they don't necessarily lose so much space as they have in previous rounds. Dean Mom does hear some noise, does decide to go for the smoke and plays a little bit more aggressively, has the molly, throws it down, getting ready to smoke something else. And it causes NM to like regroup, opting for a different kind of push, and now it's going to be not necessarily a retake, but 4 members of LG are here. 4 members can do a little bit more. Completely unaware, but blinded. Does find the first. Cosmic ends up fighting the second and the third. Obi Wang trying to get some damage done, but DBD is there. The baby, actually. Interesting name now that I think about it. Let's go. 2v3.
Perfect.
And
they're just playing for
have the gun
exits.
for this.
No, they're just going to play for exits, try to pick up a rifle, try to remove some rifles from their team. But I don't think A&M's going to give them anything. They know they don't want to give up these rifles. They know it's only pistols, but they do get one there, which is surprising in a 2v2 situation. And they
Not
are
only
going
2v2,
for
but
it.
a sheriff, a deagle, finding the head of one of the A&M players, Killua, trying to take down. If it does find success, Long picking up a weapon, going skin shopping, and ultimately does get punished.
Definitely. And now this is, I believe, 5 rounds in a row for A&M. LG did have a good start, so hopefully we bring some of that fire back for LG to end this A&M streak.
And the Shikens maybe potentially start one of their own. It is going to be the 8th round going in, and they should all have rifles on the board, so it should be even footing. This is one of the first times where we do see Cypher on B with full util, full guns, full everything. Does have a cam for Long, trying to play for that information, playing for that spot. That could be honest. That should be honestly very easily destroyed by A&M, but knowing that Cypher's here might dissuade them from pushing it.
I don't believe we saw anyone there. Now knows one on site at least, probably expecting a second. Vantage is holding an off angle, trying to get anything. Gets one, almost gets the second, but Killua will not let his teammate go on trade.
Oh, and the trip is there. The trip does manage to find some information, does manage to find the kill. As OGB Wang finds a kill 2v2 for the first time in a while, even footing in this mid-round. Sky has been spotted. They do know where both of them are, or they do know where one of them is. The other one is being pinged out currently in flank. And it's an awkward position. The chips are there. What do you hold? Could it be up elbow by now? But the timing is there. Long finds the headshot, capitalizes. And for the first time in 5 rounds, LG's had an advantage. But do they know where Viper is? The cam is up. I'm hoping that Long does tap the cam, does figure out that spike has been collected. Viper is tagged, and now they're going to be running towards the A site.
10 seconds left.
Viper does have plenty of time. Will be revealed this whole time, so can be spammed out.
And will get spammed out, but just get the bomb and the runaway.
17 health to his name. Does decides to use the Viper spit a little bit too aggressively, but has to play further back. 17 HP to his name. Has to go for the spam.
Pushes, but gets shot down.
Closes it out with a nasty 3K.
Good stuff from there. That was the best situation to be put in, especially with the last 2 players alive being so far away on the map. That's going to put them into 1v1 situations. This is not going to be a good look for A&M, especially with bomb down on the map. There's not much you can do in that round. Luckily, they have built up an economy over these round wins, so they will be able to buy coming into this round. But that is a good round from LG, especially good UC util, and I hope to see it more coming up, and hopefully puts a streak of their own and maybe ties up this game soon. They only need 2 more rounds, so it's definitely doable.
And you did mention that A&M did have great economy, but that's still a very hard round to lose. It feels very, very soul-sucking, understanding that you used 3 ultimates to try to do something, and it still wasn't enough.
Definitely. It's not going to be a good look. Hopefully they have a good IGL or team captain that knows how to manage their mental. That's definitely, as an IGL myself, team captain, that's something I always focus on with my players, but it can be hard. And especially with early control.
Down. Trying to find some control, but somehow Cosmic has made it onto site without LG knowing. Things not necessarily going down, so everything is slowed down. Viper having to re-clear, and it's going to be a Viper v Viper. But Ifrit is completely unaware.
I'm even surprised Ifrit hits the flick back there. Cosmic was in such a weird position and just lack a good side of map control for LG, but a miss on the other side, and one player is going to go down, but they still get the kill on LG, and it's a 3v5. There is low health or lower health on 2 of the 5 players, but they're healing. I mean, in a 2v5 scenario, this is a good response from A&M, and just getting kills through smokes and pushing, being so aggressive and being that aggressive team, I believe is catching LG off guard.
A Cypher and a dream, a Cypher and a push, a Cypher and a headshot finds the first, but not much more. As Killua yet again closing the round with a wallbang headshot. And you're left to believe, you're left to question, hey, how did they get through? There was a timing, there was a wall, there was no information shown or given. So you do have to pay a little bit more respect to that wall was pinged out before the round. So they are going to be slightly adjusting now, opting for the Cypher solo hold on B, trusting completely and utterly on this Cypher player, which does make sense for an eco buy. You should be gambling on one of the sites rather than playing normally, maybe going for a more of aggressive play, as there is some ultimates on the board. The Sky Seekers are there, but the round that they're not B is the round that they're going to be pushing B. Cypher with a tall task hopefully can find
Almost
one,
got
ideally
it.
two. Let's
And
find
I don't
some
even
damage.
think Lonk spotted out anyone. I don't even think Lonk spotted out the baby. We'll see if he can do anything here.
As they go
They
down,
do get a
but
rotate, but
mid-site.
gets shot. Oh, and a double.
2 kills going down. The baby killing Ifrit, and the Cosmic finding the third with Lonk, giving up
One
sight.
enemy remaining.
And that's a
Past that, Banana
1v5.
just
Spike
continued
planted.
cleaning up, and now in a position we've seen yet again, but with a different player this time. OGB Wang having to try to go for a miracle essentially, as he is put in a position where he has to 1v5 with only a share of his name.
And honestly, gets the first.
That's what the swing does not find the second, as he does get high, low, down, and Killua spamming and running and gunning towards him to show his dominance.
Definitely. And honestly, if I was in that situation, I'd sit back a little bit because of how aggressive A&M's being and how all their players have been pushing angles. I'm just going to wait, play for an exit, try to get a rifle kill and pick that up. Because it's just, in a 1v5, you may get one, you may get none. That's just a risk for me that I wouldn't take. What's your thoughts on that?
Okay.
I mean, that's all you can really ask for.
This goes here.
If you know that you can't necessarily clutch, you should be trying to maximize the gold efficiency and the economy efficiency. And the economy
gets
doesn't
a
matter when
double.
Cosmic finds two.
He's doing everything right now. Trying to do his best. Does take damage, but he's just pushing. He's just holding W key with his teammates.
Spike.
And this is surely an 8th round secured for the first time in a while. Longhorn Gaming has decided to abuse this flank, abuse this push, but it doesn't matter when they keep on losing one of the sites and being forced in a 5v2, now 5v1 retake.
I'm curious to know what's going through Ifrit's mind here. I mean, if you're on the opposite side of the site, you're maybe questioning your teammates. You're struggling mental, understanding why do we have 5 people on A right now? This was a buy round. We should have won this coming into the next round so we can buy up, and you're just stuck. It's not a good look. He is going to hold the exit, but Killua spots him out. Does get the kill on Killua.
Ifrit still finds one, going for the second. The spam is there. Some trickle damage to his feet, but nothing in the head just yet. The swing, the spam, the damage is there, but it does not matter when the round is lost. Ifrit spamming, running out of bullets, finding 3. And as someone who has consistently dealt with Ifrit, the only thing that's going through his mind is, yo, I wish Gaiku was playing with me. That's all I gotta say. he did almost ask me to sub since Denom was a little bit late, but his players are there, his players are aware. And hopefully there's a reason why they're on the team.
Definitely. Good stuff. And it seems like this is going to be a more favor towards B play here, unless Cosmic does something amazing towards A, which he has been doing. It seems like he is going to commit towards B with his teammates, just pulling off a small little play.
My territory.
Effort running
Small
back.
thing can do so much damage. The dog is there, does not find the trip, and they might have baited a quick push, the quick rotate, as they're completely unaware that Cypher is playing onto this site. The trip does manage to find some information, but the spam is not there fast enough to jump
It's
out.
traded.
It's
Good.
traded immediately, but if it does find a first, Denom finds one with the Molly, a second with the Spectre. The running gun is going to be enough. Denom with a 3K and another one with the Spectre, going back to the basics, going back for the aggression, and not necessarily respecting any of the A&M players. Picking up a rifle towards CN to secure his 4K, and it's going to be a 4-8 half.
Good half. It's workable. I mean, you can work with this. If you're playing aggressive, you don't know if A&M is going to be overconfident, maybe playing too aggressive, catching defenders off guard. So I think this is a perfectly workable half for LG.
Yes, I just do hope that LG does bring a little bit more spice to this game. And as great as the methods have been working for A&M, they've been a little bit stale, having to work the map pretty much every single round and focusing on these weaknesses that LG has happened to have every single round. Punishing those mistakes, punishing those timings is cool and on. It's like really a smart way to play, but who cares about how smart you are when you can just run it down and tap some heads?
Definitely. And I really do think this game is going to come down to this pistol round. And I mean, it's a gamble 5 ace stack, or excuse me, 4 people ace, or 3 people. Sorry, my mini map is a little scuffed. But it seems like A is going to be the right call here. But 2 players are still towards B. One's jiggle peeking, trying to peek out a little bit. But they're taking early presence A.
Yeah, pushed onto A short, looking at U-Haul already. Some smokes going down, completely denying any information on the site. But they should be very well aware that there's multiple players, that Spike will be going down onto A soon. Excuse me, Dino, I'm going for the lake flirt onto Showers. Not gonna find anything, but I was completely correct. Denom finds the first kill. The headshot is there. The Baby getting a kill on the other side of the map. Cosmic trying to get some damage, trying to find that impact that he has continuously had. OBG Wong going for an aggressive scene, but Cosmic completely showing utter dominance as he finds the second at the swing. Denom left alone with a tall task to ask. But Kilowa denying any hope and dreams for LG White, winning the first round and thus maybe the second. Very, very sad to look at when they had the numbers, they had the site, they had everything in their favor, and it was just so hard to close out the round as the retake came through.
Definitely, and just adding that little extra banter is gonna maybe even push LG into a darker place, but hopefully they stay positive and they stay good, because anything's winnable. I mean, even in Pro League, we've seen way bigger comebacks. So anything's possible as long as they keep their heads up, and they could definitely still win. But the gap is closing.
Yes. One of my dear friends does say, "Hey guys, the comeback is real," which is funny because sometimes she says it even though we're like up 5 rounds. So I do believe that the comeback is real. They are going to be lurking slowly through A. No information given. Wall should be going down soon. Thunder finding a kill with the Outlaw. Outlaw very good this round since the bomb was down, but they didn't necessarily win. They cannot buy full shield without denying themselves a weapon. Hazmat Banana finds a second with the shotgun. Very deadly here in this U-Haul position. The Baby finding a kill of his own.
1v5 again. Gets a good
Dino finding a kill.
Almost gets the second.
His trigger is not fast enough. And Kiloa with a little head tap does close out the round, bringing them to double digits. 10-4. The side of A&M.
Definitely. That's some good stuff there. That second shot was really close. And I think it would have... if he hits that second, he gets them all.
And
gets that adrenaline going.
Once the train is there, the train stops for no one. But before he can rev up, before he can speed up, before he can catch his momentum, Denom was essentially shut down.
And A&M's just going for early control every round, kind of pushing them off, forcing them in to 2 points, which is doing good, not letting anyone into Showers.
And Hazmat doing something that I did want to see LG do, playing a little bit more aggressively, going for a cheeky play, playing off the information, but might have been getting spotted out as Wang does manage to punish him for that aggressive play. The smoke goes down and there's nothing else to cover him. The Baby holding this U-Haul angle, preventing them from going in, finds the first, gonna likely shoot for the second, and does find the second.
And the spike.
Bomb in front of him. Spike gonna be have to retrieve now, but the Baby with the trigger discipline, with the trigger aim is there, finds the third. You know, now again, last member alive gets flanked. The kill, the shot is slow, but it's calculated. 11-4, and now 2 rounds away from closing out the match, has UT White in a very dire position.
Definitely.
Listening.
Just 2 more needed from A&M, and they're going to do their best to try to close this out as fast as possible.
A&M has been playing the same players on the same side. And when something's not broken, why try to fix it?
Exactly. And especially when you're getting weird buys coming into this round, A&M's just going to do their best. They're clearing out angles early. They're forcing sides of the map. I mean, they're just playing this aggressive game, and LG doesn't seem to have an answer for it right now. But this round could change everything. I mean, there's only 2 there, 2 on site. You have a lurk towards A, which they've been normally doing a lurk. But they may be able to overwhelm the players here, especially if damage comes later. At all.
Hazmat still managed to find Avery Cosmic. A good for one as always. Vantage with the Sheriff finds the headshot. But
Vantage
now
is low on HP. Flank coming in fast. Gets concussed. Takes
Concussing
nade damage,
nated.
dude. And it just gets util shot after shot. And this is, they do get bombed down, but it's gonna be a 1v4. And that make that a 0v4. And they're gonna A&M's gonna get their 12th round here.
and game point it becomes as Raze picking up the showstopper. 3 ultimates to the name of A&M, and very, very important ultimates that they can individually each swing the round. So having these 3 ultimates makes it essentially one of the hardest things you can do as you're trying to win the game. Because if they all use them together, they can still lose the next couple of rounds. But 5 ultimates, which are all very aggressive, very kill heavy. The Race ultimate, the orbital strike, even the detain from the deadlock can put you at a numbers advantage. And even if it's not a numbers advantage, it's a positional advantage, as everyone else has to move, has to reveal where they are, or they themselves are revealed by Sky Cabbages. And OBG1 finding a second, as he wants to take matter into his own hands, wants to show that UT still has a chance, wants to show that they can still win. Pushing on to B, there's 4 members pushing onto site. The late lurk is going to be there. They are aware that there is one in Hookah. The plant finally going down. This is the safest plant they've had thus far. Going to be stopped by the Molly. Unaware that they're going to be pushing. Vantage finding a wallbang headshot. And now a 5v2 post plant with one of the hardest sites to retake. Asmat has said to take the TP. Gonna go for a swing. Gonna try to find some damage, but OBG Wine managed to find the 3rd. Not necessarily a 4th just yet. There is a showstopper on both sides. The wall bang from Hazmat finding Wang, shutting down any hopes and dreams, and now it's a 2v1. That could have ended any other. That could have ended in any way.
Definitely, almost got that util off.
Yeah, the nade was there. The showstopper was there. Had he throw the nade, had he ulted out right away, this could have been game over for UT White.
Hazmat, Banana, and Cosmic both with 17 kills, doing a lot for their team.
Beacon here.
They just woke up today and chose violence, I guess. The operator out gets the good kill, Thunder, good stuff. And it's just gonna fall back, reposition, doesn't want someone to re-peek the op. It's all different angles, and has a Viper there to trade him too.
No, but it looks like the op will be re-picked this time with Util. Skyflash will be coming down soon, but instead gets smoked. Gonna go for a bit of a more unique smoke. These types of smokes tend to be for entry, but it's still kind of uncomfortable to push in blindly into smoke. Ifrit finally finding his revenge on the baby and making some space, but they have nothing else to work with.
Definitely, and I think Denom footsteps have been heard, but it doesn't matter when Ifrit just kills the player, and it's gonna be a 3v4.
A 3v4, and Cypher's gonna find an engagement on B anytime now. The plant does go down. Thunder finds a shot. Killua taking down Ifrit, who was on a roll, who was on a rampage, and they are completely aware that there is gonna be a Cypher lurking. The Cypher will be going down anytime now, and now a 1v3 where Vantage is detained. Vantage is getting pulled in, and this is the end of the rope for UT White.
Good stuff from A&M today. LG also did a beautiful job. I just really think A&M woke up this morning and just maybe had something special in their breakfast and did amazing today. So shout out to both teams. Definitely did amazing. Denom definitely doing his best, especially also OGV Wong doing amazing. Good
Yeah,
stuff from
and at
all
the end of the day,
players. Yeah.
Mhm.
Good stuff from all players and an amazing performance. I definitely think if there's a rematch, the results will definitely differ in the future. Any other comments from you?
Yeah, you just have to take it back to the drawing board. Make sure that you aren't making the same mistakes. Become a little bit more not only flexible but creative with the team comms. Because despite having some doubt on the deadlock definitely did have some value with those unique walls that they were throwing to control backside. The sound sensors being great for defense, essentially swaying UTY from ever pushing the site. And at the end of the day, they just completely got outplayed, not even outdrafted, because it was pretty much the same draft, the same characters being played on both sides, and it was just a slight difference in creativity. But thank you guys for joining us. This has been the UT LG White versus A&M Black show match between our Valorant teams.
Perfect. Thank you all.
And make sure to stick around for the rest of the stream.
Turn on the game. Game hasn't started yet, folks. Don't worry. That will happen shortly. However, we are getting prepped and ready. But who do y'all think's gonna win? Woo, 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 woo. Even though this is a TAMU platform, because we are hosting 2 schools on here today, I will try to be not biased as possible. But I think we know what time it is. No, pump it up. This is as hype as we're gonna get, folks. Woo! I love collegiate matches. Woo! Okay, thank you, Will. Alright, let's get it started. There we go. We're in the warm-up. Let's see. No one's in. No one's in. So guys, for those of you that don't know, this is Ancient. This is a fun map. It's personally my favorite. The spawn points will be here for terrorist. Are you allowed to say that word on Twitch? Well, we'll figure that out the hard way. And you spawn over here for our CTs. Our bomb sites are only A and B for you Valorant fiends. There is no C, there is no D, there is no F and G. So, oh my god, that guy is gonna get me sick. So, this is Collegiate CS, which means that it is collegiate, college level universities. So we will be watching UT Austin play TAMU College Station. Yeah, because they got different College Station loot. Alright, let's see these guys drips. No knife. Wait. Go back. Okay, bro. What rank is this guy? Why you got a nice knife at this rank? No knife. Okay, butterfly. Okay. Bro's flexing. You're the host and you don't play? That's not how it works, Pixel. Okay, bro, why are these guys loaded? Look at this. Look at this knife. Oh, that's Will. Never mind. Makes sense. Okay. Everyone's flexing their knives right now. Okay, Autumn. I see you. Last time I checked, I think Autumn was level 3 or 4. Hopefully Bros made it past that. Pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. Default versus Butterfly. Bros got the parrot knife. Default. Okay. Who's this? I like that up. It's a cute craft. G2 used to be sick. Back when they had jacks. Now they don't. And I wish you could tell me why. No, pump it up. You gotta pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. Pump it up. Alright, everyone's in. Alright guys, match is about to start. Alright, so we are starting with Tamu on CT and UT Austin as T. I'll let the games begin. They're doing knife rounds. I know beforehand they've already agreed to which side they start on, so this is them taking care of that. We locked in. I hope to God you're locked in, bro. Switch. Last time I checked, Killer Comet thought he had the flu, so what's on the line? I think it's like a tournament bracket style. I'm not sure what winner gets at the end of the tournament, but I know it's over a course of a season. Alright, guys. UT starting with CT, and we have A&M on T. Knife round just finished. We're starting the first match of the game. Let's see how this goes. Alright. We have Tamu making a push towards A site. It looks like they're not opting to take mid, and it's just going to be a straight A rush. We have Killer Comet pushing for a smoke. It seems like Temple is going to be smoked off if he lands this correct. Never mind, I'm a liar. It's CT. Comet's getting kill out of Donut. They've taken site. It is now time to place the bomb. All they have to do is protect this site, and it is theirs. They know that there's some CT who's gonna get it. UT is down. It's 2v1. They just need to protect the bomb. It's 1v1. Doodle Tongue versus... Oh, and Neva gets the kill. Neva's now defusing bomb, and that is a round for UT. Unless he takes his finger off the button. That would be a Lathe moment. Round 1 goes to JV. JV UT. We have Neva with 313 ADR. If only I could get that in my FACEIT games. Yeehaw. Let's see what White can do. I mean, I go to the A&M, so. Alright, we have JV White. Uh-oh. 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 Sir, what is that spray? What? Alright, we have someone cat. They know he's cat. They now need to trade this. There's 2 cat. There's more than one. UT still protecting cave. They know that they're trying to attempt a B push. Let's see. They're not sure. A&M is not sure what to do in this moment. They're making their decision. They know that they only have a certain amount of time. It looks like they're backing off from B. UT is still unsuspecting of where this push is going. They've decided for it. He knows that it's going to be B. He's peeking the other side of cave. His teammates are now starting to rotate off A. They're a little unsure. Bomb has been planted on B. Now it is left for UT to fully rotate, and Mitch Biggs dies. Unfortunately, that...
I'm on the stream now. This is crazy.
Oh, are we live? All right.
Wow.
How's it going?
All right, what's going on, everybody? How's it hanging? Welcome to Omega Strikers. This is awesome. This is a great time to watch Omega Strikers. I'm just notifying everybody that we are live now.
The YouTube.
Oh, Maple keeps getting host. There we go. All right. They are currently doing map picks and bans. Which is good. Looks like they so if you don't know what Omega Strikers is 3v3 anime air hockey. You've got 3 rounds. It's a best of 3 total series, but you get 3 goals to a round, 3 rounds to a match. So the entire thing is a best of 5 type ordeal each game. And we've got a bunch of different maps, a bunch of different characters, lots of different abilities, and awakenings that do a lot of fun, cool stuff. Leading up into this matchup, there's some stakes on the line, not just for the Blue Bonnet Esports Bowl, but for the CCL Texas Cup as well. Both these teams played every single team in the state of Texas in the CCL, and both Texas A&M Maroon and Longhorn Esports came out on top and are playing against each other in the grand finals. The winners will get a trophy as well. AJ Cannon, how does that sound? Who are you thinking is going to win today?
I mean, it sounds pretty good to begin with. As far as who's going to win, it's really going to be a pretty close match, actually. So on the one side, you have Sweatproofed, Pro League player with 2 diamonds, the Some Guy, and Maple Leaf. So you have some good players and one really good player versus, or I say really, really good player. And the other side, you have 2 Omegas and a Challenger, so just really good players. It's going to kind of be a balance of, the sort of, if Sweatproof can carry hard enough, and I say that a little bit too harsh because it's not going to be a carry with players at this level. They're still going to be able to play the game, but the onus is going to be on Sweatproof to really be that little tick above the rest of his team to be able to push them over this. The other thing that I'm looking out for is Mr. Flambeau's Rune, because he is a Rune player. He plays a lot of the character, is really good at it, and usually it gets banned out. But when it is played, it's really good. So that's going to have to be something that we're just going to have to look out for. And if that comes out, it's going to be a great time for everybody that isn't the other team.
Yeah, precisely. I mean, Flambeau has been on top of his game this past season as well. All 3 of these members staying together the last 3 CCL seasons. They almost took off and took out UCLA Esports last playoffs in an insane rally in the lower bracket. UCLA went on to win the national championship that year. So, I mean, this is going to be a monumental game. Texas A&M Maroon, though, do not count them out as well. They are both these teams are ranked nationally in the Collegiate Core Strike League. All these teams are very, very good. Both these teams are also playoffs eligible, which will be happening here in about 2 weeks. Before we get into the playoffs, though, we're going to be here battling it out. Whoever's going to be the Kings of Texas, we will see. As of right now, we have finished map picks and bans. We're going to be starting out on Atlas Labs. Longhorn Esports getting that first pick there. And A&M, I believe, is staying on the blue side. After that, we will be going on to Taiko Temple. That's Texas A&M's pick. Finally, deciding on Demon Dice. Otten City, Imes App, Night Market, and Clarion Test Chamber all are the ones that are left out of the Awakenings here, and we are looking at the ban picks and ban phases as we speak. Looks like right now we've got, I think, a Deadeye start and a Spark start here, AJ.
Ooh. That is pretty nice. Which Spark on it?
It looks like the Asher Shield one.
Okay, Spark of Resilience. The
Resilience. Yes, I'm horrible with names. This is my job, and I'm horrible with names. But
no, you
yes,
were exactly going to get it.
Resilience.
I just wanted to speak up. You know.
Exactly. Thank you. So yeah, so we got Deadeye and Spark of Resilience here on our first map.
So the thing with that is, I am predicting here that Nikki Minilin is probably going to play either the Zentaro or the X. That's the two most played. And of course, right now they're kind of hovering on the goalie. I think that's a mistake, and it's going to be switched eventually, although they could have also swapped roles.
Yes, I do see that they are changing the map itself because Otten City is on there.
Okay, so
gonna see.
They're working out the actual things of it, but most likely we're going to see a lot of Spark of Resilience is picked on some forwards, get a little bit of tankiness to them, and also potentially try and snipe Sparks and fight against each other. Because, of course, if you can get one person with those three Sparks, the Spark Zodia, or the Mayor of Sparkington, as some people say, it is definitely a beast to contend with, especially when it's on a player like Nikki Minilin, who is shown to be so proficient at the Centauro or the X. So that's going to be one of the things. The other thing is things like Luna, Aimi, even Mako, really good with Deadeye. And so we're going to have a sort of contention between how tanky you can be and how much damage you can do.
We do have a change. We got Stacks on Stacks and Big Fish instead as our new awakenings because they changed the map over. So here, just a moment. Let me send this to you. Bang. We see that we already have a Asher ban and a Kazan ban on the ban phase here. First pick, I believe, going to Longhorn Esports.
Makes a lot of sense. When you see Stacks on Stacks, one of the first things you should think about is how awful it would be if an Asher got those. Because, of course, Asher, one of her biggest weaknesses is how slow she is as a character. That's one of the things she's balanced around. Asher being one of the characters that is very up in your face, very just hard to get through, and also very easy to get it through you. And so when she gets that speed, she's able to not only be a giant wall, she's able to be a moving wall. And that doesn't end well for you most of the time. So seeing that Asher ban, 100% agree with it. The Kazan ban on the other side of the coin, Stacks also really good on him, but that Big Fish as well, he has several melees. And of course, we're going to see that Rasmus on the pick 1, really good with size, and Stacks, well, I mean, Stacks on Stacks is generically good on everyone. So good to see that as well, the size. But because the Asher was banned, that does mean that Flambeau gets the rune. And I was talking about that earlier. I think we're going to get to see some fun things.
Flambeau is one of the best runes, not just in collegiate Omega Strikers, but in the game. Like, this guy is legit on the rune. I believe the rune goalie is coming out, of course. We've also got Mako being selected. And then we've got a Kai selection in the pick 4 through 5. Let's see which one takes that. The other team is also currently working on their next pick. Pretty standard composition, as you were saying here, AJ. The Asher out of the goal makes a lot of sense. You don't want that extra strike time. You don't want that extra stuff there. Dubu being picked. I believe that could be either. I don't know who the Dubu would be. It's either a Maple or a Reapers, but I'm not too sure. Either, we'll figure that out. And then X rounding it out as the final pick in the draft. And there we go. We're good. We have figured it all out right now. Maple is being swapped to goalie. And as of right now, we will have Longhorn Gaming on the red side, A&M on the blue side. So if you're a Texas A&M fan, watch for that blue side. That is where all the action's going to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and quite a bit of action as well. AtLab is one of the sort of quintessential maps of Omega Strikers, widely regarded as being sort of the classic map, one of the big three, being AtLab, CTC, and CTC is kind of the new one. It used to be Oni Village, that swapped out, and basically not Atten City. But AtLab is one of the quintessential maps, so these players have played a lot of AtLab to the point that they probably have at least 100 hours on the map, minimum, probably several hundred on just this one map. They know the angles, they know the tech, so they're going to be able to showcase that for us in this map. It's going to be really looking forward to see that. It's going to be really nice to see.
Precisely. We are getting into the game momentarily to Select the Awakenings. Yeah, sorry about that. I am in the chat right now that is talking about starting the match, and we're just trying to figure out once everybody is ready to get into the match itself. There you go. Few things to get on the agenda beforehand if you're just tuning in. It looks like as of right now, Texas A&M is in the lead of the series in general in the LAN. Rainbow Six, Texas A&M took it over the Longhorns 2-1, and Valorant, Texas A&M took it over LG White 1-0. We are queuing up into this game. This is, I believe, our third match of the series so far. First in Omega Strikers. Let's get right into this lobby here onto Atlas's lab. We're going to be seeing the exact placements of where everybody is.
And it is looking like it is going to be that Rasmus Kai forward with the Dubu in the goalie. Fairly standard there. You can flex it around a little. Dubu forward does kind of exist. But players at this level usually know how to play against it. And spoiler alert, the way to play against Dubu forward is just kill him. He may be a very large hamster, but that is all squishy. You can pick him up and just squeeze him. So just kill him, knock him off the map, and that is the way to deal with the Dubu forward. So they're going to be putting him in the goalie here, no tech like that. And we have two fairly standard team comps. The Rune midfield is a little less conventional, as we see, but it is definitely one of... It fits the role very well of midfield, and you play it really well, only if you can play it well. So we're going to see Flambeau going forward. It's really always a treat to see him on that Rune.
Indeed, and he's on the stacks on stacks. You got everybody else taking Big Fish on the side of Longhorn Gaming. Texas A&M taking Big Fish. Sweatproof taking the Big Fish. And then Atlas some guy and Reapers taking the stacks on stack as well. 2 goal barriers apiece right here as of right now. This opening scrum is always what you want to see. It's the first time where you can kind of tell which team is going to take it in the first match. You know, everybody's sort of still on the same playing field. You don't get a whole lot of the snowballing effects from the over-leveling and the sparks and the other awakenings on there. It's just pure beneficial for strike here. That Longhorn Esports takes the first goalie barrier, and the flip comes out. Nikki Middleton kicks it off with a goal.
Yeah, and that is a big thing. The X is a scaling character, especially with the Mako behind, so when you have a scaling comp like Mako X that gets the first goal, that's really good news for them. They're going to be able to go forward, and they have the ability to score when they haven't scaled. It just means that when they've scaled, it's so much better and so much less close. So it really is on Blue Team here to turn that around and not let it happen.
A&M needs something to work out here. And as you can see right here, Sweatproof has this core flip. If you don't know, the core flip is a revolutionary, somewhat like an ultimate Overwatch that allows you to gain control of the core and make it go skyrocketing in whatever direction you want. So having that blue bar, that core flip is perfect. But oh my goodness, Nikki Middleton gets that second goal of the game there in that bottom pocket. Good usage of that spin on the X there as well. Good kickoff here. Nikki Middleton on the X, grabbing one goal barrier. And you can see, look at this, Mr. Flambeau! No, I was about to comment about how he's playing on the roof, but he gets KO'd. Texas A&M has a shot here to get some more goal barriers gone on the power play, and they will do that as of right now. 2 goal barriers down. Looks like Reapers tried to get that core flip off, but it did not work out in their favor. That some guy has core flip, so you can use that for the defense before this round ends. Uses the wall, keep the core away and at bay. Both goals are open. Texas A&M surging, trying to get into this goal. But Longhorn Esports are too hard to handle. Nick Miller tries to get it through. Some guy has to use that core flip to clear it from the goal. Let's see right here, the Rune dribbling it off. Mr. Flambeau doing a great job with that core control. A&M surging, trying not to get shut out in this first set. And Nikki Middleton passes it up. Won that set 3-0. Longhorn Esports on top early.
Yeah, and like I was talking about earlier, I mean, with the scaling, this is the one thing that you really do not want to see. when that scaling comp gets the first set even, there is still chance for it to spin around and for them to turn things around. But X here is getting adrenaline rush. That's just really nice. When he gets a kill, it's going to be, he's able to just run down the rest of the team with the speed, and of course the cooldowns are really good. Hot Shot going to Rune is amazing. One of his best abilities, or best awakenings. Just easy red cores off the primary, those unstable anomalies. And kind of a sad pickup with the Mako taking Sparker Focus because we already have those 2 sparks, but there is potential for some others to be picked up, not the worst one. And that means that Reapers gets the Unstoppable, which is not too bad when they're against a comp like the X that was just good.
Sweatproof's grabbing that prime time and alongside the big fish. Big awakening for them, literally, quite literally with the size there. So you've got to take a look there at Texas A&M. Not a bad draft, and especially if you take out Nicki Middleton just like that, you've got the power play opportunity. The Dubu Tofu wall is up and ready to go. Texas A&M slams it in there. Sweatproof with the first goal for the Aggies.
Yeah, and Maple Leaf holding that secondary for just a second too long there, so it went backwards into the goal. It's one of those things on Mako, you're holding, you're kind of hoping that you don't have to release it early. That can lead to a little bit of bleed like that. Unfortunately, though, the primary, though, really good, but Barrage is better from Reapers going across. Who we have in Nicki Middleton hooked backwards, though. The Rune Banish is on 2 people. Unstoppable can't help against that. Flambeau getting in his own way there, unfortunately. Going down to the bottom there. Pendulum Swing hits Nicki Middleton, but doesn't stop the barrier from being taken. Mako ult is also amazing, and Snare Drum keeping the core near the barrier, so it can be taken. Black Hole sent down to the bottom corner. Maple Leaf, though, with Strike Shot has the perfect available. Gonna use it, sending all the way across, but is intercepted by some guy on the border of the goal there. And we have a little bit of a dribble pass down to Flambeau.
That dribble illusion there, that back and forth pass, trying to get the goalie mixed up. You don't have your midfielder there. That is a hard defense to try to come back from. Great job from Longhorn Esports there. 1 goal barrier already down here as Nicki Middleton tries to make it past the Kai of Reapers 33. Dubu and the banishes from Flambeau so far have been insane. We saw that banish there earlier in this setup here that just absolutely crippled how this entire team format works here for A&M. 1 goal barrier down a piece though. Longhorn Esports surging through, but Nicki Middleton, no flip. I'll see you later. And the next goal barrier goes down, and that's exactly what you want to see if you are a fan of the Aggies today. Corplet might have to be used, but oh my goodness! Maple was doing a defensive masterclass there, but it does not matter. The Aggies get that second point, crucial for them.
Yeah, 1 point away from tying up the sets, and of course it's very important again against the scaling comp. Maple Leaf and Flambeau playing such a good defense there, but it just wasn't enough in the end. They held on until just the second Nicki Middleton responded. That was enough. The hook cancel, though, from Sweatproof, able to stop the bull rush from X, which knocking him off of that. Beautifully done. Barrier is lost, though. Flambeau has the perfect, electing to not use just yet, hoping to save for a little bit more. Kai going off the edge, really nice from Nicki Middleton, using that X and X and Sweatproof, even in the negative power play, finding 1 barrier. The Dubu Particle Accelerator working against him, and that's going to be fed with the barrier. Just so unfortunate to pass down. The hook is really nice, though. Death's Touch, meaning that the core stalls out in the middle of the map, and now Kai is back on the field. The Barrage goes wide, Giga goes wide, hits him with Maple Leaf, not the core. Great dodge from Sweatproof, able to dodge that bell ringer as well. The Snare Drum comes out with the short Flambeau. Teleport in front of the goal, gets past him. Unfortunate, but it was a great setup from both X and Maple Leaf to try and set things up. The Barrage goes down, Kai's running forward, Flambeau is fighting for the corner. Around the black hole, do we go again? But the strike war miss. Flambeau gets up with an anomaly self-pass. The log goes over. Oh! He misses the strike!
Dubu goal! They have gotten Dubu'd! Oh my goodness, that's some guy. Grabs the goalie goal. We are tied up in this match. Man, you cannot ask for any better core strike in the Lone Star State than this. Perfect form team player BD, Catalyst, your biggest ones up so far, as well as the Egoist. Take a look at that. See what Reapers goes for here. The build different, taking it away from some of that size there, of course. Rapid fire going to Mr. Flambeau. Team player falling to the Dubu of Texas A&M. Egoist, Catalyst, and Perfect Form being taken right after that. What are your thoughts on this draft here, AJ?
I think that it's a little weird for the Monumentalist to not be taken there by the Rune, but with that rapid fire hot shot combo, those unstable anomalies are going to be coming up so often, so I can definitely see why. There is also the team player denied from Dubu against Mako, who is really good on Dubu, but is supreme on Mako. You cannot let her get that one. Great Unstable Anomaly takes the barrier there, 1-to-1 in barriers. And Maple Leaf as well, using this range from the strike shot to just go so far across the map to those primaries. And now we have both barriers in an open goal for the side of... Geez, I forgot which team was which.
That
for
is
Red Team.
Longhorn, yes. The Red Team, Longhorn Gaming, Longhorn Esports, this team in specific, but Texas A&M grabs that open goal and overwhelms Maple. Texas A&M is looking good in this matchup. For some context for anybody who was not following the Texas Cup before, we had 8 teams, all from the state of Texas, in 2 groups. Texas A&M and Longhorn Esports, both these teams advanced from Group A, played each other in Group A as well, and that was a convincing win from Longhorn Esports, 2-0. So we've already had this match play out before. We had the best team from Group A, best team from Group B face off against the others. And that's how the cookie crumbled in the playoffs. Other teams, of course, included Oso Esports from Baylor, Texas Tech Red, and Texas Tech Black, Texas State, Texas A&M White, and UT Dallas. So you got a lot of Texas influence from there, but in this grand finals, you're already seeing so much action. You're seeing a bit of some revenge here from Texas A&M Maroon. It's been an entire season of play between them. You've got a lot more of that integration within your team, within your emotional aspect of your team there. So you're seeing a lot more of this teamwork, a lot more of things happening, working out for the Aggies. Maple standing strong, keeping that goal barrier down, and there goes the Rasmus. Longhorn Esports has a power play and is able to capitalize! No way! No way! Texas A&M with the save! That's some guy with the save of the century there with the cornflake into the goal barrier. Let's see if it's all for naught.
This guy is definitely some guy, but then Nikki Middleton finally gets the rebound there. Not enough cooldowns on the Dubu, and you're not expected to go that fast, that quickly from out of nowhere, seemingly. Great defense up until then, and of course an amazing save there, even after the kill from Nikki Middleton. But in the end, it's still going to be the Longhorns picking up that goal and tying it up 1-to-1 and 1-to-1 in sets, and that's looking good, but it's not looking good for A&M as they lose both their barriers and a goal immediately. Nikki Middleton not even having to use the core flip there and just putting it right in. Nicely done.
That is the hard part about this game, everybody. Like, sometimes you can play as defensive as you want, you can do stellar play, but as soon as it's gone, another stellar play, or even lack thereof, can completely turn a match on its head. You're seeing that as of right now. A&M needs to put the pedal to the metal, keep it going against this fearsome Longhorn team. That is not what you want to see if you're an A&M fan right there. Power play opportunity for Longhorn Esports. Let's see if they can get some barriers. They get the 1-2 punch there from Nikki and from Flambeau. And the goal comes right out. 2-1 for Longhorn Esports.
Was dicey at first, was close in the second, but that third point for Longhorns was just flawless by the Longhorns. Just all of them together playing so well. We have X having several options here. Fighter Flight, Chrono Boost, Extra Special, Prize Fighter even for more kills is going to go the Extra Special. Denies that away from Duby to Fortress. Just really good to see that as well. Good drafting. Timeless Creator denied from the room. Really good on Duby as well. Fighter Flight, though, denies Rasmus. And again, really good on that midfield. So much speed is now going to be on this route. So he not only can he teleport, he can also run super fast.
This Chrono Boost on the Kaido as well, making me a little nervous here for how everything will be happening in this match. Texas A&M can take this to a set 5. There is a possibility here, especially with that Awakening draft, but Nikki Middleton and Flambeau are just some of the best in the league. I think they are statistical leaders as well in multiple statistics here in the league. So we'll see how this pans out for the underdogs that are Texas A&M. 2 goal barriers down. Longhorn Esports has the advantage. Maybe we're going to send it up to Flambeau. Nikki waiting with the core flip. Will not use it though as the bull rush comes out. 1-0 here.
Again, just really good patience from Nikki Middleton here, not having to use the core flip when it's not necessary. Elects to just say, nah, I don't need it. Bull rush is good enough. I'm going to save my abilities. And that's one of the things that really separates good players from great players, is just the economical use of their abilities. just being able to have extra abilities on hand because you didn't waste them when they weren't necessary. But it is a very fine line to tread, as we do sometimes see just cores going right by him when he could have used his ability to try to save.
Goal is open here for Longhorn Esports. Flip comes out for Flambeau, but the Dubu Tofu wall makes things a little bit more complicated. Rocco sends out the jail. Rasmus core flips right into Mr. Flambeau's hands. Oh man, match point here for the Longhorns in Austin.
What a beautiful checkmate there from the Longhorns. You have X in the top, the Rune Anomaly in the middle, and then you have Rune himself on the bottom. No matter which way the Rasmus sent that Torko, but not really going the way to go. And that's another kill. Nicky Minolan just absolutely just stomping A&M with all of these KOs. Again, it's close at first, but the longer this goes, that X is scaling. He's getting so much power, so much presence, but A&M is still fighting back. Rasmus holding on for dear life, staying alive, trying back on the field. Rasmus, though, just follows after the X Maximus gets a barrier there as well. We see the pass over to Flambeau down along the bottom. The Anomaly pass is really nice. The Tofu Fortress comes out, gets it down to the bottom. Broad interrupts as well. Rasmus is now back on the field. The barrier goes down as well in the negative power play. A&M has a chance to come back here. They're right in front of the goal, but Maple Leafs gets the last second strike. The Vanish Sprawl on Rasmus is perfect. Flambeau running forward, hits it into the log. Can't get past the Blast, interrupts it as well. Nicky Minolan trying to go forward, use the barrier, but misses the strike. The strike shot there from Maple Leafs. Pass up to Flambeau. Wins the strike war against the Kai, but it's not enough. Some guy in the goal is really good. Nicky Minolan whipping the cloak there, unfortunately not getting what he wanted to after that. Strike shot from Dubu misses, and that's going to be Nicky Minolan sending it in and taking game one.
Nicky Minolan sends it in, as you said, AJ, on the X. Insane game here for both teams, but Longhorn Esports one map away from hoisting the Texas Cup trophy and another win for the Blue Bonnet Esports Bowl. Take a look at the stats here. I mean, look at the amount of saves there from Maple. 39 saves. Nicky Minolan, though, 22k damage, 7 goals, 4 KOs. The KO leader in this game. I mean, it was just a brutal bloodbath out there, but Texas A&M did hold their own. I did also want to point out Mr. Flambeau and Nicky Minolan both are high stats leaders. Mr. Flambeau, second in the nation for assists per 10 minutes at 2.4. Third in the nation redirects with 99.3 per 10 minutes. Nicky Minolan, fourth in the nation per 10 minutes with goals, 3.6 goals per 10 minutes. These two are an absolute machine on the midfield and forward slot.
And they absolutely showcased it here as well. We can look at those stats and we see Flambeau 3+7 goals, Nicky Minolan 7+3 goals. Every single goal was by both of them together. There was not one goal scored by Longhorns that was not a group effort there. But it also goes to show not only was the teamwork from Longhorns great, but the defense from A&M was amazing to force that out of them. These are players who absolutely can score on you if you are not careful, if you are not at the top of your game. So to force every single one of those goals to be a team effort was just absolutely amazing by the side of A&M. And I have hope for them in this next game because that was not a stomp. Every single one of those points, aside from maybe the one where they got caught off guard, was just so very close.
Tycho Temple will be our game 2. Texas A&M opting to stay on to the blue side as the losing team. We'll be sticking with Team 1. We are going to be waiting for this match, pick, and draft. Of course, we will know which sides that they are on as well. We'll see what awakenings come out here too. What a game so far as well. We have gotten the link. So here, let me send it to my co-caster and producer. Bing, bang, bop. There we go. We've got Catalyst and Aerials as our starting awakenings here on Tycho Temple. Tycho Temple is absolutely insane. It's just the bounce castle. Borg's bounce house, as folks in the pros call it. It is the bounce house, the bouncy castle. You've got 8 drums all along the side and 1 major drum in the middle with 4 sides. If you get hit and you get staggered, you can get bounced off like 3 other drums to get KO'd. The core goes all in these other different directions. A little bit unpredictable, but the right amount of chaos that we like in Core Strike.
Yeah, we do like a little bit of chaos, and these players, though, have a way of controlling that chaos to an uncanny degree. Some of the angles that we're going to be seeing this game are going to be absolutely mind-blowing. The ways that they can play around that center especially. There are some really cursed angles there that you can hit that don't seem like they should work. But when you really look at them and you pull out like the protractor, it's like, actually, that was like 1 pixel off from being ruinous, but they nailed that exact pixel they needed to get just some absolutely crazy play. So similar to AtLab, there's a lot of good tech that they can use here. So many good angles that these players know. And it's just going to be, again, a pleasure to see that. But one thing that we do see immediately is that rune ban, showing the respect, putting some respect on Flambeau's name, not letting that happen 2 times in a row.
Exactly. A&M banning out that rune, not letting those banishes happen. Gazan ban will still persist from Longhorn Esports side, but we'll see what happens there. Asher gets picked here for Texas A&M. I believe that might be a goalie or a brawler choice here. Most likely the goalie, because Asher has tech that is faster on strikes in goal. You got Mako, most likely Maple staying on that Mako. Rasmus being picked out here as well. I believe that could probably be either Mr. Flambeau or Nikki Minilin picking that. We've got Kai and Estelle coming out for Texas A&M. Final pick now being probably, that's most likely Mr. Flambeau as the midfielder choice. Now gets the heals, has some speed traps there as well for the core. Interesting composition here. So as we wrap up this draft, we've got on the Texas A&M side, Asher, Kai, and Estelle. On the side of Longhorn Esports, Mako, Rasmus, and Now.
Yeah, and for the sake of just having a good team comp, I hope that that is an Asher forward, because even though you can play Estelle Kai forward, it is usually very difficult and hard to pull off, and it's not easy to pull off, especially against a team that has a solid defense. Because if you try to play a double midfield forward comp, you excel in core control, but you tend to run out of steam in that final leg of the race, trying to get it into the goal itself, especially when you're against something like a Mako goalie that just has so many defensive tools, especially if your name is Maple Leaf and you've shown that you can, when you are pressed, you can respond to so many of those different threats.
Absolutely. We are in queue. We are going into what could be the final map, but if you're an A&M fan, you're hoping for that reverse sweep. Again, A&M is on the blue side. Longhorn Esports is on the red. We'll see what happens from here. Loading in to Tycho Temple. Best bounce house this side of the Brazos. So that proved, taking the Estelle, looks like Reapers, and that's some guy going for the goalie. So you were right here, AJ. The Asher will be a brawler pick.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense as well to slap that Kai on the goalie. So much forward pressure that you can have on that goalie, and that is kind of what A&M was lacking last time with that Dubu goalie. Don't get me wrong, some guy was absolutely killing it on the Dubu goalie, but he was only killing it on the defense. On the other side of the map, you had Mako able to just lob things across the field. Doesn't even matter if they didn't hit some of the time, because it threatened. It made them move the core in different ways. You always had to be careful of it. And so hopefully with some guy on the Kai, A&M can fix that one major issue with their comp last time, and they can really look to pressure Longhorn Gaming a whole lot better in this game. Potentially take us to a game 3. Great start though. Strike War win. We have Nikki Minilin. Actually, Nikki Minilin on the Now. I completely mistook that for a second. I was with you with Flambeau, meeting midfield. It's going to be Rasmus midfield. 2 barriers go down though. Flambeau, they're missing a strike. Not quite getting a goal this time, but there it is. Some guy pressured into either passing down to Now or up to Rasmus. Just a beautiful setup once again.
All of Longhorn Esports taking that Catalyst, the some guy and Suckwood taking the aerials, the Reapers taking the Catalyst. Again, gain 15% more energy from dealing hits. So every time you get hit or you hit somebody else, you gain that energy back on the core strike field. Good save there from Maple using the Boundless there. Well, and there goes Reapers. So see you later from the Asher. Power play opportunity for Longhorn Esports. 1 goal barrier goes down. Make that 2. Mr. Flambeau up to Nikki. Nikki with the core flip. Bang. See you later. Adios, muchacho. 2-0 so far in the set. Longhorn on top and dominated.
Yeah, really well played by them. And I think that was the first solo goal we had there, but it was only because that time some guy just wasn't able to get it there. Flambeau was he was holding the bottom. He was doing his due diligence there. He was helping with the goal, but he didn't get the touch just because the setup from Nikki Minilin was just that good. Some guy especially after playing a doo-doo in the gold box, it can be a little hard to actually play up and, change your mindset from wall goal to forward. You see him playing up really well now. Barrage goes a little bit wide, but it does buy a lot of time, a lot of pressure here. You see A&M going across. They have the one barrier this time. They're trying to make to look at two. They're trying to look to make it two, excuse me. Giga Blast goes a little bit wide. The pass is nice. Now can't get the setup this time. The arrow went a little bit wide as well, so it's kind of sitting there in the goal. Crystal Thorns doesn't hit the core, doesn't get the dribble, and we see the setup in the corner. That's really where A&M want it to be, but they can't get that final execution on it. Core flip might have to be used by some guy, but Barrage is going to be enough for now. Really well played there, using it only at the last second. Finds a great angle as well. Forces the perfect throw from Maple Leaf. Core flip as well from the Estelle gets countered by Mako in the back, and the core flip from Flambeau finds the one barrier. And Longhorns again looking to run away with this first set.
Longhorn, as they did last game, running away with that first set, but that bounce there helping out A&M. Let's see if A&M can capitalize off of that bounce. Reapers with the core flip. Could make it happen, but Maple Leaf with the save. Good job from the goalie of Longhorn Esports, keeping things defended in the goal box there. Corporate comes out from Nikki. Oh, Mr. Flambeau misses the strike into the goal, and A&M capitalizes. Reapers does not let it go. 3-0 for Longhorn Esports. A&M is finally on the board.
Yeah, that was a really nice setup as well. Sweatproof actually hitting the piercing shot onto Mako right when the core was over her. Not hitting the core with it, not getting that assist that way, but was an assist in all but name, as the stunned Mako just didn't have any way of actually defending that. And we see Kai as well getting the barrier there, running up to really what you want to see from this Kai goal, just that aggressive forward play. The Rose Warp as well from Estelle was perfect. Maple Leaf missing the angle on the bottom. I hope to hit that angle so you can hit it to the side. Flambeau, though, able to get one barrier on the bottom. He's going to dribble up, but misses the execution on the final part of it. Great proximity drone from Nicky Middleton is going to get the bomb. Giga Blast, though, gets back to Reapers. Good interception from both teams, not letting the other get the setup they want. Some guy Unibrush get it through, but the now arrow is still up there. Has to use the core flip, holding out and actually baits out Flambeau's core flip beautifully. The Crystal Thorns as well is nice. The piercing shot doesn't get a perfect setup. And the dash as well from Reapers, not perfect. They're so close to these setups, but they're just one pixel away, and some guy just can't get down there as the goal, the core, just Roombas in slowly.
Those are always the most heartbreaking goals. I know as a goalie, I've seen those too many times, but it's okay. Longhorn Esports on top here. Nikki Middleton gets the first pick of the draft. For some context for our viewers at home, Longhorn Esports ranked number 3 in the country. Texas A&M Esports Maroon ranked 14th in the top 15. Both these teams mean business. Both have qualified for playoffs, as I've said it before. But hey, right now, Longhorn Esports is just sort of on another level. Let's see if A&M can get back into the driver's seat, especially with that missile prop Big Fish and Sparks of Focus Awakenings pick there. I think they might have a shot here. A Rampage, BD, Built Different, and Ego West. Oh no, there goes Nikki Middleton. As I say it, Texas A&M has the power play 2v3. See if they can get some more barriers off this with some guy in the goal box performing at peak levels. Let's see if they can fix it.
Just keeping that barrier alive for so long, but the problem is that was in the power play and they were still being pressured. Unfortunate bounce though. The barrier goes down there, Maple Leaf, with a little bit of the cheeky Aimee noted there. Just a bit of humor to try and keep the mental up, and that's going to be the Crystal Thorns from downtown you were talking about, but that missile prop from Estelle is just immaculate.
The Crystal Thorns from downtown, from halfway, from midcourt, whatever you want to say it. A&M on top early in this set. One goal barrier down, though, for Longhorn Esports. Mr. Flambeau in great positioning as well to grab this second barrier. Good deflection, though, from Reapers, but it's the goal barrier still gets down either way. And Nickies will slap it on in for a tight upset. Only 44 seconds expired in that round. Insanity.
Yeah, tying it up a 1-1 here, and it is just Longhorns are not letting this go. You banned out the Rune, but the Flambeau is not a one that has more things available. There's only so many you can ban out if this goes to a game 3, but we see a great defense from the Longhorns. Corporate as well for Nikki Middleton also has the corporate, not even going to need it. Then he's at right from goal after the arrow, and with the proximity drone to send it through. Just so perfectly done there by Nikki Middleton, and taking the lead in the set again.
Nikki Middleton just said, all right, watch this. Watch this, y'all. Oh my goodness, what a immaculate performance from her. Flambeau passing it back up and around. Maple has the core flip to use for defense, so it's okay if both of these goal barriers go down. Nikki grabs one as well. Flambeau doing a little bit of damage, doing some slicing and dicing, some mixing and matching. Core flip comes out from some guy saving that barrier. Good job from them. Right back into the hands of Longhorn Esports as Nikki Middleton grabs that last goal barrier. The burst there, grabs the core, brings it back. Nikki Middleton can't grab it in that time, but grabs on the second bounce. 3-1 here for Longhorn Esports. 3 more goals, and they are the champions of Texas.
Yeah, just really well played. There was an unfortunate bounce off the middle to set that up, and the double core flip from both Some Guy and Sweat, as they just didn't communicate with each other. They both went for it at the same time and ended up wasting one of those. And that just kind of leads to those things. It's those little mistakes that Longhorn Gaming are capitalizing on. They're just not letting them go. Unstoppable, though, is really nice, especially against the Rasmus. Means that even if the Rasmus gets his pendulum swing combo to try and hit stun you with the core, it's no longer going to hit you, no longer going to stun you, so you will be free from that. But we do see, fight or flight going to Rasmus. He's going to be so much faster now, and we see the perfect form on that now as well. 1-2 punch to Mako, also an amazing one. So, even though Some Guy did pick up the Unstoppable, which is really good, and we have the Stagger Swagger on the Asher, just to stay alive a little better, get some more speed on Asher. I was talking about it earlier. You just see things like that. Flambeau with a great hook, just keeping people out of position really nicely. 2 barriers go down in the first 10 seconds of the match, but we do see another one going. Big Leaf using that first barrier really nice. The barrage goes through as well. Nikki Middleton low on health, but just teleports just to heal herself. The Rose Warp, though, keeps this core on the field, keeps it alive, and keeps A&M in this game. The Eagle Blast as well is nice, but he's not all over the Crystal Thorn, so has his back. That's a good midfield there, just keeping keeping the goalie able to defend. Sorry. But we have the core flip, though, is just amazing. Flambeau, though, saving it for right then, just core flipping the goalie's face, which not a lot.
Flambeau, you know in the cartoons when somebody is doing awful on stage and they bring out the hook and they rip him backstage. It's exactly what Flambeau is doing with that hook right now. Just trying to keep A&M away from those goal barriers, grabbing the goal barriers, getting an advantage for his team. So great work from Mr. Flambeau there. Almost getting super low, but is able to eat some orbs, grab some more health back, and Reapers. Oh no! Uses the stalling core flip, the stalling burst, if you will. Oh no! But there goes Nikki Middleton as A&M has a sign of life. Let's see if they can capitalize here. But Mr. Flambeau is terrifying in the midfield. 2 goal barriers down. Texas A&M has a shot. Reapers near the goal box. Sweatproof tries to go back up, but Flambeau with the core flip brings it back down. Oh, and there it goes! Yet again, there goes Maple. Texas A&M could get a goal right here. Let's see if they can do it with yet another power play opportunity here before Maple gets back here in 2 seconds. The core is going back and forth. And then some guys, he is pushed up way too far. Flambeau comes right back in, dribbles it back and forth, and could grab a goal. Oh no! Sweatproof from the 3. See you later. Sweatproof looking amazing on the court. 1-1 tie.
Just excellent angling on that Rose Warp. Absolutely brutal. And with that missile pop, extra damage from projectiles, just means it goes that much faster. And Johnson wins out of the piercing shot there in the top, though. Core goes down bottom, but the piercing shot misses. Proximity drone also, though, misses. The arrow, though, finds the perfect angle, making Middleton correcting that into the middle, getting a double barrier. The scores are tied for now, but of course, A&M still has to get 2 more sets if they want to do this, and it's going to start now. Good Asher ult, stalls a little bit more. The core flip from Flambeau was really nice. Interrupted by the barrier beam from Reaper was really nice there. Hard to get through that Asher. We have Some Guy trying so hard. He's actually going to save it there. Really nice. Bit of a misplay on the aggression there as well from Longhorn. The arrow in the end is going to do it, and now Longhorn Gaming is 1 point away from taking the best of it.
This match is on its last legs as of right now. You have Sweatproof in that midfield with that court shot, looking like John Beasley here, but oh my goodness, Longhorn Gaming and Nicki Minolin looking like Kevin Durant at the moment. Getting that 1-2 goal barrier finish. Nicki Minolin has the court flip, doesn't need it. Longhorn Esports are the Texas Cup champions and finally brings a point on the board in the Blue Bonnet Bowl. Congratulations to the team from Austin, Texas. They are the Kings of Texas for the fall semester.
Really well played there by everyone in the game, to be clear. But Longhorn Gaming was just that cut above in this case. I mean, Nicki Minolin on that now score, a very unconventional pick there, but rarely doing it justice. And just scoring so many solo goals in that one, just outplaying some guy who switched off of the Dubu, that wall goalie that would have been able to hold those, in favor of that forward aggression from the Kai goalie. The problem is that they weren't able to maintain that aggression. It was just intercepted constantly by Flambeau. Every time that A&M got it across the field, it was either interrupted by Flambeau or it was stopped by Maple Leaf. And in the end, they would get the core back up to Nicki Minolin, who would have the abilities up again. And just the now arrows, proximity drones, perfect execution from all of them pretty much every single time just spelled the disaster for A&M in just such a clinical and surgical way that we very rarely see. In such a way that, you know, A&M felt so very close in so many of those points, but it was just that hair away. But in this case, that hair was so very important.
I've got some news here, AJ. I don't believe this is the last bit of Core Strike you will see. I believe we will be playing out Demon. I think we're going to be playing out Demon Dice on that third map because Flambeau apparently wants to play it. And Texas A&M is like, yeah, sure, more free core. So you guys get some free Core Strike. Even though Longhorn Gaming has won, we're probably going to be seeing some fun, nice Core Strike here for y'all. It's a nice little Texas treat, if you will. You know, a big what's some good Texas treats here, AJ. I mean, we're both from Texas, right? I mean,
this would be like
Buc-ee's, you know.
Well, you see, here's the thing. You had that first game, right? You had the Texas torpedo. You know, you take that jalapeno, you stuff it with mozzarella and brisket, you wrap it in bacon. That was game one. Game two, that was like the burnt ends, right?
Yep.
Nice, savory, a little bit of sweet sometimes. This game three we're going into, that's going to be that like nice homemade peach cobbler that we're going to.
Yeah.
Should you have it? Probably not. Is it healthy? Probably not. But at the same time, it is the single greatest thing you will ever have.
I mean, I cannot agree with you more. It's like a jumbo cinnamon roll after a beautiful, beautiful barbecue dinner. It's just, man, it's going to be great. I mean, that first game, your nice steak. Second game, that massive baked potato, you know, with your bacon bits, sour cream, butter, cheese all melty in there. And then you got a nice little cinnamon roll at the end there. So we're going to be seeing what's going to happen in this game. We're going to be drafting in-game as well. So you get to see the actual CCL experience here from the point of view of the players. It's going to be a lot of fun. Looks like everybody's readied up, so we're going to wait on here. Demon Dice, it's a different map from the last three that we've seen. The goal barriers are giant speakers, basically, and you only got one. So the ways that goalies sort of protrude towards the midfield to try to defend, it's a very interesting map. Different ways to work around it if you are playing it, of course. So we're gonna have some overtime, some fun, free Core Strike for y'all as we wrap up this stream. I mean, it's only 4:12 p.m. Here as well. By the way, daylight savings time ended. AJ, did you like that extra hour of sleep?
I got kind of messed up by the extra hour of sleep because I woke up at like 4:30 in the morning and I was like, why am I up right now?
Yeah.
What's going on here? Because like my body was just, it was ready to get up early for once. And I was like, what's going on? And then I come back home later and I look at the clock on my oven and microwave because of course they don't automatically correct. And I was just like, oh, that ain't the time. What's going on here?
You just reminded me. I need to go check on my oven and microwave. That might not be corrected right now. We'll see. We've got extra
oven
special
and microwave PSA.
Machine. A quick PSA. Yes, go check your ovens and microwaves. They might not be up to date, of course. We've got extra special and siege machine as they're starting awakenings in this match. And I think we're going to have some fun strikers out here. You already got a Feeny being hovered over. You got a Luna being hovered over right now. No ban. I don't think are they banning? Are we banning? Yes, you got a Razus and the X banned out from both sides. They've got a Feeny here. Reapers on the Feeny. Looks like that will be a Feeny selection. Juno and Asher being selected as well. Well, we have Cannon SSR. If there's a Luna pick here, there's a shot. There's a chance that we might have Cannon SSR.
There is a chance for that. And also we have, some guy stealing away the Mako from Maple, so potential there as well. One of the biggest things in Omega Strikers, of course, is that there are no mirror matchups in this play. No SSR.
No SSR. We got Vice, though. That's fine. That's A-okay with me.
She's cannon for the map, at least.
She is cannon for the map, yeah. I mean, this is the Demon's Playground, as you may see, the Otten City Music Festival main stage as well. Got extra special on everybody that Happy Carl's Jr. star, except for a Siege Machine or Hardy's, depending on where you're from. At least here in Texas, I believe it's all Carl's Jr.
I think for the most part, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, one bear, though, going down. A&M losing that first one early on here. Longhorns keeping up to a similar pattern from the previous game. Great jumping Flambos as we go and have him jump all the way across the map. Doesn't get carrier there, but we do get it in the end. Finite card, though, stuns him for a second. A&M trying to get this last barrier. They don't quite have what it takes just yet. Flambo tries to jump forward, but misses this time. Reaper's very low on health. The Dubu gets a kill. First blood over A&M.
If you look at Dubu and you look at Asher, one is a big boy, the other one's a muscular woman. Which one do you think wins that interaction? Yeah, I don't think half of you thought Dubu, but hey, Alignment to make their way around the killing floor here. Another power play opportunity here as well for Texas. And A&M is trying to make it work too, but both goals are open. Vice down to Asher. And it bakes on in there for Longhorn Esports. Was that Flambo in the goal there? Was that a Flambo cross-court goal that we just saw?
It is also Flambo in the goalie box instead of on midfield. We had the switch between Maple and Mr. Flambo. We have the Tofu Fortress locking Maple Leaf up there, almost getting logged to kill, but forcing out the dodge of Maple Leaf. We have the slime, though. Flambo ever present with those slimes all around the map. Finito, really nice, that big finish, not quite able to get a great cork from Flambo, also assisting for the double. And we have Finito going off the edge of the map, being misdirected herself. Really good aggression there from Maple Flambo. Maple Flambo, Maple Leaf,
Maple
and
Flambo
as well on the defense there. I'm getting them mixed up because they swap positions there. Token Fortress is really nice there. Juno Blavo as well going around. Finito gets the card as well with a little bit of Vice, Lightning, Friendly Fire going backwards there. Flambo trying to jump forward with the slime, though. Nicky Newland gonna pick up that barrier. Ever one for those plays on the midfielders. I mean, we saw the Now Brawler, now we're seeing scoring Vice. It's a topsy-turvy world over here with the Longhorns, but they're making it work somehow. Maple Leaf though very low on health, looking to potentially be killed here. You have some guy trying to defend here. Dubu as well in the goal. Doing so much there. The Tofu Fortress is really nice. The slimes as well are so fast, now they're so deep to overtime.
Slimes are fast, and for those who don't know, yes, the core gets faster. The kills get spicier in OT. You should see here, Longhorn Esports have the momentum here, but hey, some guy doing a great job defensively, and I catcher cursed it. Oh my goodness, Nicky Millen grabbing that goal with Maple Leaf on the midfield. I believe if we asked Maple after this game why Maple chose Asher, Maple will say, "Oh, it's for you, Dylan. Asher's your favorite character. Of course, I'm playing Asher for you." All right, great, thank you, thank you, Maple. This is great. That's so great. I would not put that past her. I would not. Knowing all these players, I would not put that past them. Local barrier goes down. Make that 2. Make that 3. Holy quick succession. As Longhorn Esports is just pushing up on this front row here. Got Sweatproof on the Dubu, doing the core flip, but getting immediately KO'd. The last-ditch core flip effort there from the Dubu.
Now, Flambo with the self-pass from the slime, sending it upward. The ensnare drums, holding it for a second, but not too long. Nicky Minolet forcing it through. The players, though, in fairly high spirits. The Vice and Octavia cheers back and forth from Flambo and Nicky Minolet, trying to get the glasses to touch in the emotes. A little bit of some friendly emoting there, trying to get it all to work together. That's going to be Vice. Who knows what the players are going to pick over here since it's a bit of a meme game. You could see Monumentalist Vice for all I know, but it's going to be perfect fun. They're denying the Fanique. But pretty good as well. A lot of options available for all players.
Got the Monumentalist being hovered, but no, Fight or Flight will be picked. It's like the Spark of Focus going to Maple, and then Monumentalist going on to Reapers. Interesting awakening strat. Again, this is all for fun. They did say in this team chat here, to be clear, this is a for fun game. We're gonna roll swap. So we did see that. And then I didn't originally, and then some guy was like, hey, if we win, it's 2-1, by the way. So they'll get a map. If they win this, they get a map regardless. If Longhorn Gaming wins, it's not going to be 3-0. I think, I don't know. We'll see. 3-0. Beanie is gone, dusted out of the map here. Why? No, again, the sweat proof on the forward Dubu, too. That's something you don't see every single day either, the forward Dubu. But that's going to pinball all around every single forward and goalie in the net. Gets the goal there, Maple.
You can see Longhorn Gaming trying to pose for a team photo there, all lined up and looking at us. Trying it out, but it is kind of hard because it is flipped on their screen as well. Big finish, though. Extra big from the Monumentalist, doing so much damage to Flambeau and Maple there. Flambeau almost dying, getting brawled by the Dubu, using the wrong goalie box this time. It's kind of making it work. That's one kill onto Flambeau. A&M just bloodthirsty in this match. Maple Leaf as well, very low on health. Killed within 7 auto. One goal goes down to Big Finish. A bit of a weird bouncer at the bottom, but Reaper gets in with the card there. Really nicely done.
A&M finally getting on the board there, as AJ said. Good stuff from them. Of course, I mean, it's a little hard when Reapers keeps getting KO'd, but gotta just watch out for the snowball here. But everybody's around 4 or 5 levels here. But if things start getting a little dicey, okay, Dubu is just out for blood. Dubu is just out for blood today. Great job from Sweatproof getting yet another KO on the Dubathy. Good deflect there with that's some guy grabbing, by the way, the strike shot. Shoots a little nerf dart out on the goalie there to deflect or do some damage on the core. So a very good gear to select when you are starting out.
Really good defense there against the Vice ult. Just some guy able to dodge the damage of it and still get to the core. The Big Finish placed a little bit too low, not able to actually grab the core and move it closer to the goal. Usually want to offset a little bit, even though it is tempting to just make all the circles line up. Reaper just going for the artistic move there. I can rate it here, especially. It's a full fun game. Some guy has the core flip, just going to take the damage from the Vice, although so much damage coming out, though. Dubu and Mako very low. Now in overtime, once again, the core is going a little bit slow, as it's just going for a bunch of loops all the way around. It could go a little bit faster here, and there it goes, even faster. That's Mako going in the goal. That's going to be the Big Finish. Almost saving it, but Nicky Minlin able to strike it to the other side and make Finny open.
Nice. Very. Let's see how things will end up here. It's still 2-1 on the side of Longhorn Esports, and a 1-2 from A&M. We'll keep things a little interesting at least. Maple with the core flip grabs one. Some guy deflects it, not making it 2. There goes Maple, and Texas A&M now has a shot at making it into the goal here, tying it up, I think for the first time this series, 2-2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Maple falling like a leaf. We are indeed in autumn here, and Sweatproof just going to the extra effort to make sure that this Asher is for
coming out from Maple. Was that about to be a double dunk? Oh, there it goes. There's a double dunk. And look at that core flip, but the Vice doing their best job there to keep it out of the way. One goal barrier to make that 2 goes down here. Pray that some guy, and Texas A&M. Maple sending it up. Sweatproof trying to help out with the defense. I mean, that's what Dubu is great at, that defending championship there. Beanie with the core flip, but the shield from the Asher keeps it at bay. Maple getting into position, but Sweatproof on the Dubu, helping out A&M. But if you can't do a whole lot when you're goalie and your midfield, it's at the very top of the map there. Maple slaps it in. 2-0 in sets. 3-2 in this set. See how the draft goes out for Longhorn
and that's a hot shot, Juno. Could also be aerials. We could see some memes, but almost definitely going to be that hot shot for all the extra speed. Jubu has some options. Could go Super Surge for more killing memes. Could also go stacks on stacks with speed. Even Adrenaline Rush or Prize Fighter would be hilarious to see. Just going to hang up the draft for a little, see what other people are picking. Twin Drive, though, goes the way of the Fini. Prize Fighter goes the way of Fights, and it is going to be stacks and stacks. One very fast hand.
Big time indeed. The catalyst here, the stacks on the Dubu, that makes a lot of sense. I like that, especially with those hits, especially with how many KOs that Dubu has gotten so far. I mean, it's just going to make a lot of damage if they can make it work. If they can make it work, of course. One goal barrier down inside of Texas A&M. Longhorn Esports trying to do some saving here from the surge on Texas A&M. That's a 1-2 from Sweatproof. See if they can make it work. They can get something going in this goal here. Maple in the middle, grabs the goal barrier, and look at this. Longhorn Esports. Let's say they're in great position to get a goal, but it just bounces right on in there. Maple doing her best impression of a Nassau player.
It is always tragic seeing those Roomba goals, and it can happen to anyone. You're slightly out of position, you hit a wrong angle like that, any reason. It looks so sad with these players. I mean, they've been playing for a while now, and these moves that they're doing are usually just very precise. They have to be within 1 pixel, or it goes very horribly wrong. Great Vice ult, gets a lot of damage and a barrier as well. Asher going forward, trying to get it in, but Mako gets it through. Some guy using his core flip a little bit too early there. Doesn't hit the core, does stun up the Asher at least. But Sweatproof running forward with that stacks on stack speed. The big finish as well, slowing things down, forcing out the core flip, but Mako with primary able to send it forward. Jumping Juno actually manages to get it forward, but there's not enough aggression just behind it. Reapers, though, midfield, able to defend this time, able to help out. The Vice Lightning isn't quite enough, stalls it. There's a bit of a Soren angle going. Some guy able to use the Mako secondary as well, just to keep this core alive as we keep going forward. Reapers very low and dead in the goal piece. There comes really nice. The core flip out of the Jubu, though, goes to the bottom, goes into the goal!
Look, A&M is not going out without a fight here. They are just having a lot of fun. That's a lesson for all of us, I think. If you play your games, have some fun. You could win, and you're winning in your heart. Feel me? Feel me there?
Yeah. It is important to win in the heart, because if you win in your heart, you win every game. You could lose games, but you never will lose. See there, though, one barrier being lost, 2 barriers being lost. And there is no heart barrier there at that point. We've lost the barriers. The red cores are red as you just see so much speed around. Nikki Middleton self-pass to the teleport point. Slime going forward as well. And some guy misses the strike shot, unfortunately. And now Longhorn is 1 point away.
1 point away, yet again, on match point. We've seen this before. We'll see it again here, potentially. 1 goal barrier out, though, for Texas A&M. Some guy has the core flip. Good defense there if needed. And also, the Fini! The Fini! Oh my goodness gracious! What a hit there from Reapers. Match point still for Longhorn, but A&M looking just as dominant.
Really nice placement of the triple take there from the Fini, just able to keep the core in that goal and just flummox the goalie there, able to just surprise them and keep them off of what they were planning to have happen there. That's going to be a kill onto the Mako, though. The barriers are down, and now finally every barrier is down. Nikki Middleton gets the goal, and unfortunately, A&M delayed Halloween costume. They were cosplaying as Steam with Half-Life, trying to count to 3, but they just couldn't do it, unfortunately. And Longhorn Gaming takes map 3.
GG's to both teams, of course. If you're an A&M fan, do not worry. Both these teams are absolutely elite in the CCL. You will be seeing them in the playoffs, which take place from November 23rd through the 24th. There will be 20 teams in the playoffs on those 2 dates there. Start with 20, go down to 6. The top 6 will play on that Sunday, the 24th. Hopefully, one of these teams will make it to the top 6. It's looking very likely that one of them will. Both teams very, very good in respective leagues. But hey, today it is all about Longhorn Esports. They are the kings and queens of Texas. GGWP to them. If you want more Omega Strikers action, make sure to tune into the CCL on twitch.tv/Odyssey Interactive every single Wednesday. This Wednesday will be the final week of competition in the regular season before the postseason kicks off. You'll see myself. You'll see AJ Cannon there as well. And it's a lot of fun. So check us out. AJ, any wrap-up thoughts on this matchup?
Was fun to see. It was fun to cast. Was fun to be here. Thank you very much.
Indeed. I would also thank our production host here, Isaac. Thank you so much for having us on Longhorn Gaming's channel. And that'll do it here for both the Bluebonnet Esports Bowl Omega Strikers round and the CCL Texas Cup Grand Finals. I'm Surplus for AJ Cannon and everybody here at Longhorn Esports and Texas A&M Esports. Have a great Sunday.
See you.
Not gonna lie, Juno's theme's kind of a bop. Ain't gonna lie.
It is. It is a pretty strong bop there, actually. Honestly, I like all the themes. Like some people
Themes are
say,
pretty
like
good, yeah.